Hello, and welcome back to the 100 game analysis of Guardian. Uh, it recently occurred to me that me doing a last run recap, while it sort of feels appropriate for this kind of series, can also spoil people who are just joining the series for the first time. If you're a person that's seeing, if you're a person who's joining us for this series for the first time, hello, and I hope you enjoy. And I'm just going to jump right in. Let me know if you still want to see these last run recaps at the beginning of the episodes, and if so, I'll change back to showing them at the beginning. But let's get into run number 17 here. Alright, Tourmaline. Haven't seen this in a bit. I'm glad to see it. Nice damage gem for Act 1 when socketed, and I pretty much always socket it. Alright, bunch of boring options here. Remove a card is probably the best one out of the ones that aren't boss swapping. But let's see what our boss is. Silent one? Okay, boss swap it is then. Makeshift battery. Gain an energy and add a slimed into your discard pile at the start of your turn. I've taken this a couple times in this series so far. Overall, it's not a bad relic. It definitely seems a lot scarier than it actually is. However, I think it will... I'm not sure how much it will affect our early game. I don't know if I've gotten this boss swap before. There's a lot of boss swaps. It's a 4 elite path. We'd still have to be pretty lucky to take it. That's even if you don't take this one, you can go this way and still grab it. What about rest sites? This is a good option as well. You can even go through here and get a late act campfire. Seems good. Got a good path through this shop early as well. You could also go right. This would mean that you get a hard pull fight rather than the shop, which would make it harder. Also, you miss out on a little bit of opportunity to take an early elite. Overall, I think that this path is better. Has more options and all that. Let's get that into Twin Slam, and let's upgrade Twin Slam. Yeah. Just like usual. Alright, let's hope we get some good cards here. It's not necessarily what you want to see. It's 26. So I could kill this if I take I could kill this big one if I take all the damage, but I don't want to. Rather block for 5. Okay. Early Walker Claw. Since we're having to deal with statuses in the deck, I think a more expensive card is good. And I like it better than these other two, so I'm going to take this. Although Temporal Shield you could build into if you get some stasis support, be able to draw through some of these slimes that we're putting in the deck. Alright, this should kill the red louse outright with the thorns, because the block always disappears before the thorns hit. Useful bit of information there. Wow. 3 really bad cards. At least for our current situation. Temporal Strike I don't think I'm going to take since I don't have stasis support. And I have 4th energy, making the passive ability not as good. I could maybe take Prismatic Spray and then try to build into it with more gems. Might be a bit early for that, though. Maybe I could get away with it since I have a good 2-cost attack, or a decent 2-cost attack with Twin Slam and Thorns. I guess I have a potion. Is it too early to be skipping cards? Might be too early to be speculating on cards like that. That might be the smarter thing to think about. Although we are about to go into a shop, so we have extra chances to get gems as well. Also, it's another multi-hit, which means that we can lean into stuff with Walker Claw more. I don't know. I feel like taking the prismatic spray would be a mistake this early, but I could also see it working out. I'm gonna skip for now. We'll have to see how this goes. Okay, wrong turn, Twin Slam. I need you to come on the turn when the merchant is attacking. Although I guess if I wanted that and 2 defense, that might have been too much to ask. Probably should just be thankful I got full block and not losing more damage, HP. I discussed this a little bit in a previous episode, but Guardian leaks a lot of HP in the early game because of their initial deck makeup. They only have 4 defense in a deck of 11 cards. And even though the curl up works well on the second shuffle for extra block, much like Defect and Ironclad, Guardian is prone to taking damage simply because of the low density of block in the beginning deck. I know that, I think that curl up will be getting a change at some point. At least I hope it will. That would be a very big way to increase Guardian's power in the early game. Give it some block of some kind. Okay, not a fan of Polybeam this early. Usually multi-enemy fights you want more power for, not less. And we don't have any strength yet. I think I'd just take another Walker Claw. I think Spiker Protocol, even though it's like a power that works well with more dead cards in the deck, I don't think this is the one we want anyways. Alright, we got 2 big attacks now. That's pretty decent. Can't afford Impeccable Pecs, so that's sad. We did actually find a couple of gems in here if we wanted to do that, but again, we skipped the 1 card. I don't really want to put either of these into Twin Slam, although I guess the Dex gem could go in there. It would depend on whether or not we drew a defend with the card, and with us adding more attacks, the chances actually become less and less. If we bought card remove, we'd have 41 gold left. Wow, we're just short of Floating Orbs card remove? Okay. Floating Orbs would be a flat 4 damage per turn. I think that's a little bit slow with what we're doing. I say what we're doing, even though we only have a few cards, but our damage is generally pretty fast. And we don't have any strength gain yet. If we had strength gain, Floating Orbs would be better, but I still think that I think it would still put us a little bit behind in the early game. So I think this is just card remove, unless I want to take something else here. I don't really want to buy any of the cards atop. I don't want the Purity. I don't really see a reason to take the potions. Maybe the Spiked Energy drink, but then again, we fought 3 fights and got 1 potion, so we're at 50% potion chance. And we're still going into another easy pool fight. So I think this is just early card remove. Since we got 2 really decent attacks, I just remove a strike. And we also don't have any brace yet. Actually, let me just show this. 41 gold, 42. What relics did we miss out on here? Cauldron. Okay, no big deal then. The shop. Okay, so checking what relics these are doesn't usually matter. It matters a little bit because if you find a rare relic, then in Act 3 with the 2 rare relic events, you know you're not going to be getting that one, so you can maybe plan around that a little bit. Most of the other relics, you don't really have to plan around at all, though. Like the fact that we know that these aren't going to be in the pool, we don't care. I guess knowing a little bit of less strength support is in the pool is useful info, but out of so many relics, just losing 1 relic is not a big deal. Of course, for the rare relic, I already said why that might be more useful information. And similarly, the shop relic, Cauldron, that's why I pointed that out. Because every time you walk into a shop, there is guaranteed to be 1 shop relic on the right-hand slot. So knowing that Cauldron's not coming out actually makes us makes future shops a lot better, because we know that it's not going to have this useless relic in it. So that's a couple things to look out for in your shop. Curl up, come on. He also drew 3 of our defense on turn 1 against Cultist. By the way, a little number to keep track of. 1 Twin Slam is 11 damage at least for 1 energy. This is 15 for 2, so that's like 7.5. So That's why I prioritize playing the Twin Slam over the Walker Claw. Also, we could have replaced the second Slam and the Strike with Walker Claw. That would have been 11 plus 6, though, which is 17 over 15. We're going to do this. Actually, we could have just won, but okay. We're going to block instead. Oh, we still win, because that's a lot of thorns. Prismatic Spray is back, but Shield Charger's here, and I like Shield Charger a lot better. Very good value card. Is there any upgrade that gets us a lot closer to winning a fight here? We already upgraded Twin Slam. Upgrading Curl Up or Shield Charger could help get us into defensive faster, which may actually matter with our Charge Battery. Not Charge Battery? Makeshift Battery. Charge Battery is a card on defect. The brace numbers especially, if you notice, this braces for 4 every turn, so it would take all 3 turns for this to get us into defensive with Curl Up. 10 plus 12. If we upgrade Shield Charger, it goes to brace 6, which means you only need 2 turns of it, and if you upgrade Curl Up, that's 12 brace plus 8 brace for 2 turns of Shield Charger. So either one will put us into defensive after 2 turns of Shield Charging. Also, the advantage of upgrading Curl Up means that if we draw it in the same hand as Shield Charger, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because then we don't have to spend the 2 energy on Shield Charger, and we get the brace from Curl Up all at once. We have 57 HP. Gremlin Knob could be somewhere up to 90 HP, I think. Our damage is currently 6, 12, 18. This is 22 sometimes. It's 40 plus 30 is 70. So we need at least 2 draws. I think we're likely to take over 20 damage there. If we go to the campfire instead, we get a relic here, which may or may not help us. I don't know if any particular upgrade would help. Against Gremlin Knob, we're going to be going into defensive regardless of upgrades, I think. Lagavulin and Sentries. I think Twin Slam helps a lot with Sentries, and so did the Walker Claws even. Oh, we do also have a Liquid Memories, huh? Yeah, maybe that actually makes it, because that's an extra 15 damage. Although, I was being optimistic. I was saying if we get to play all of these, but with the 3 2-cost attacks in the deck, we might not be able to. I do still think we could take an early elite. The reason I'm considering an early campfire is because I've said in the past that sometimes getting a little bit of extra power out of campfire means that you don't take as much damage in fights, which means that you can save more HP, which means that you don't have to rest every campfire, whereas if you took every elite fight, then you have a much higher chance of that. I think that we don't really have the right upgrades for that. This is either a 5 damage upgrade or get into defensive 1 turn quicker in a vacuum. But I think we're already getting defensive fast enough, and I don't think 5 damage is going to cut it. Lagavulin, okay. This may actually be a problem. Because we have multi-hit attacks. I didn't really consider this. We also drew Shield Charger on a bad turn. Unless we want to wake up with 7 damage. I don't think we do. We also can't use Liquid Memories on Shield Charger if we wait a turn, because then it'll just go into stasis for 1 turn. I think we should just do the damage now, and then rely on these draws in a minute. Especially since Twin Slam is coming up, we want the Thorns damage. Alright. Alright. Do I want to play curl up here? I could use liquid memories on Twin Slam. Or I could use liquid memories on curl up. That actually seems very smart. Let's do that. Okay, we got Twin Slime again. Cool. And yeah. Okay, 10 damage fight, I think. That seemed like maybe actually 5. We didn't take very much damage, is what I'm trying to say. Stasis engine. I don't think we can support that, but future plans. Future plans is huge for us. Also, courier. We have any more shops? Nope, they were both at the top of the act since half our act got chopped off. Alright, I'm taking the future plans. Oh, that's big. That's really good. Silent definitely favors a defensive playstyle and smaller deck. Which means that if you don't have that, you're going to lose a lot of HP to the poison and the bane. Thankfully, Pantograph helps a lot with that. Honestly, this is just good to get in Act 1 in downfall mode anyway, because of the lack of end of Act campfire. I don't think we can take a super. Let's take an event. 3 random cards, 3 random upgrades for a flawed. Yeah, I'll do that. This event in normal mode, where you lose HP for 2 random upgrades, a lot of people like this and have done the math on it. I personally don't see it. I don't see how losing all that HP for random upgrades, when I could upgrade a card that I want to upgrade at a campfire instead of resting, is better. Here though, I'm not. I don't mind taking. I don't mind taking a curse for 3 random upgrades. 2 defense and a strike. That's fine. Although I really wish it would have hit one of these cards or the curl up. But you know, I definitely feel a lot better about getting 3 upgrades on basic cards than 2 upgrades. All right, we have 15 cards now. By the way, that's we could call that intentional for a Sentries fight. It's not, but hey, this is probably a good time for a Strength Potion anyway. Although maybe we don't need it. We got Shield Charger on turn 1. We're going to full block turn 2. Turn 3 is going to be a 24 attack. If we find Curl Up, though, then we're golden. It's 50-50. Oh, wait, no. It's 100, because next turn is the 8 attack, and then the turn after is when we draw our last cards. So that'll go to 28, and we'll be blocking for 20. So we take, like, 8 damage this fight. And in theory, we should be able to play most of our cards. I don't... 85. Doing some math here is going to be difficult. Because I also have to take into account the cards that I draw. I think I have the highest chances of getting at least one of these 3 in a different hand than the other 2. I think the chances of drawing all 3 in the same hand are rather low, which means that I should be able to play all of them. Curl Up coming in the same hand as 2 of these might be a problem. Alright, so we can't 100% take into account all the damage we can do, or the damage that we're likely to do. So we have to find some way to simplify this problem and then make an estimate based on that. So that's why I was sort of adding up all my damage a few floors ago to account for a knob. Right now we have 22 plus 30 is 52, plus 15 is 67, oops, plus 6 is 73. So we have 73 damage right now, which means we would need 12 more. And that's if we played all the attack cards. But we already know that we're not. So if we were to take out one of these Walker Claws, that would be 73 minus 15 is 58. 58 is 27 away from a kill. Which means that we could maybe do it in one more turn if we drew luckily. But that would be another big hit, and we need to kill before that second big hit comes. So I think we need to use a strength potion. That should give us enough damage. What do we got here? I'm fine with these getting transformed. Okay, I think we drew pretty well there. Alright, there's the 24. This is 28 and 33. So we just want to play the curl up. Oh wait, no, we can just kill. Okay, cool. Wait, no, not quite. I may have miscalculated what was happening there. Alright, looks like we're taking 18. Well, that sucks. Alright, well. Hey, repulsor. We can afford to take a repulsor. Absolutely. Incinerate is an idea, but no. I know that we're going to have Pantograph for the boss. We also didn't get a great potion. Potion I'm probably going to use on the boss, but still. We got this. I guess I could also use it on Lagavulin if it shows up. Resting is 21 right now, which means we'll be at 45. And then, of course, we have the Pantograph later, so... Would I want to upgrade anything? Still not really. We could upgrade Repulsor. I don't want to upgrade Future Plans this early. The other ones are kind of small upgrades. I think we rest. Oh, okay. Glad I rested then. Fight Centurion and Mystic for Cloak Clasp, or fight Slaver Duo for Wrist Blade. We don't really have any Wrist Blade support. If I had taken the Floating Orbs, we would, but, you know. We took a card remove instead, and I still think that was correct. Wait a minute, we have Gelatinous Cube now. Maybe I didn't need the Repulsor. And it'll draw me an extra card anyway. Dang, I really should have noticed that. Because it means that we really do not need the Repulsor at all. I guess if we fight Hermit at some point, we'll be glad to have it for Act 4. Yeah, actually, for Act 4, that's fine, I guess. Because those are curses and not statuses. By the way, this is basically just one stack of Evolve. So. Cloak Class for passive block, I think we're just going to go with that. I think we are strong enough to take Centurion and Mystic. I could be wrong, but... This deck doesn't feel too weak, so I'll take an Act 2 hardcore fight. I mean, 23 incoming damage is kind of a compelling reason, but maybe I use the Power Potion and hope for Construction Form. What would actually save me here? That's literally it, I think. There's the 4 protocols, there's Floating Orbs, Future Plans Repulsor, Construction Form, Stasis Engine. A lot of useless stuff in there. This is an unlucky first turn. I knew it was possible, but I probably should have thought about it a little bit more than this. Alright, let's just... Nah, I probably want to save that. I guess with future plans, First Blade would have been a little bit better than usual. Okay. No. We're gonna shuffle with those. Okay. Despite shuffling with them, we just drew none of them. So I guess we're taking 11 more damage. Jeez. I hope this cloak class was worth it, because now I can't take an elite. I have to go left. Alright, well, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into here. I'm gonna leave these out so that I draw it. Well, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. No, it doesn't? No, it doesn't. We're gonna draw a card from them anyway, so it doesn't matter that we can leave one of them out. Would like to be able to kill this, though. We're gonna have to do some burst damage at some point. Yeah, once you get too many slimes, especially with stasis, then it gets a little bit hard to, then you start drawing too many cards for a full hand. One HP away. Wow. I'll keep this for next turn. Doesn't even matter, though. Okay. Well, that was worth 100 gold, I think, actually. Now we have these. Planning, no. I have future plans. Aquamarine, no. Armored Protocol, still no. Well, now we have Explosive Potion. It's gonna be either Lagavulin or Sentries. And Sentries we have something good for. There's a chance. Well, we have Cloak Clasp. Maybe we literally can't die with Cloak Clasp. No, we could still die. You know, I do actually feel like we have the tools to do this. It's kind of hard to explain, though. Let's do it. Okay, we got Laga. That's good. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're gonna use the power potion here. Ooh, future plans already. Orb Slam. I think future plans is good. Second stack of it is fine. Since we get it this early. I definitely want this to put something good into stasis. Okay, we're gonna do Twin Slam here. Then we're gonna wake up next turn, I think, if we get good cards. Yeah, I think we wake up now, despite it only being 1 damage. Because now we're going to get to put this into stasis. We're going to get this out. We're going to get to deal Thorns damage. We're gonna get both these defense. Might as well put this in. Alright, so now we have all that. Right, I have Cloak Clasp. That also does things. I guess I could have played a Strike instead of Defend. That may have been worth it. Let's get rid of Defend, since we want to do some damage. Also, we're going into defensive, so we don't really need to block right now. Keep Twin Slam? Seems like a good idea. I guess we also get rid of Curl Up? Yeah, we want to keep the defense in the pile, because the turn after, we're going to need to block. Or maybe we won't. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Pick of Rhapsody. Yeah, we took 0 damage. Now mine for 2 gems up to 3 times. Kind of an awkward relic. But it completely depends on our cards and whether or not we take gems. I think this is another shield charger just for Silent. Is there a world in which we take another elite? We can't beat Nob. There's no way. We're also in danger of dying to a hard pull fight. So I think we have to rest here again. Which is fine. We got what we wanted. Alright. To 18 damage. We have 40, so we could split here. That's probably what we need to do. I'm not taking 18 damage, there's no way. I guess we didn't need to play Strike, huh? We could have played Future Plans instead. I didn't realize, somehow I did the math wrong in my head. It's fine then. Okay, that's good too. Gotta use Cloak Clasp to our advantage, especially since we're gonna be frail now. This is 9 block. So we take 11? We could take 10 instead, just by going into defensive. It's 22. 28. Okay. Yeah. Could have saved. Cloak Clasp. Alright. We'll get used to it at some point. Alright, multiple mistakes there. Time Sifter? No. Charge Core? I don't know. I feel like we just did not hit our damage this act. Need some kind of strength. Yeah, Time Sifter, we're going to be putting shield charges into stasis, and I want the spread out block more than burst. Charge Core does draw a card after a few turns. Which may be good for getting back to our antidote. I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to be taking. Man, we just can't stop taking damage. I guess I could have played nothing there, or just the Flawed. Okay, I'm not dead. Because of Cloak Clasp. Jeez. There's a Ruby, finally. I think I take that for Walker Claws and Twin Slam. With all our 2-cost stuff, having a 0-cost card is actually not bad. Even if it's unsocketed. Alright, so now we gotta win this. Thankfully we planned for Pantograph, so... not all is terrible. We did draw one of our two of our defense this turn, one of them being the Defend Plus. Alright. Curl Up should be here. Right, cool. So now we're in defensive. We are still taking 5 damage. Maybe I didn't have to play Ruby Strike. I really need to get used to using this Cloak Clasp. And I drew Twin Slam on the wrong turn. Brilliant. Maybe I should have saved one of these. I think I'm fine not going into defensive here. And this isn't going to help me anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of it for now. Get our antidote. Right. I'm going to keep the second slam for next turn. Because next turn is the Bane turn. And we're going to use the second slam for Thorns damage. As well as Ruby damage. This is 26, 38. So we take 3. We have to do the damage here. I'm just gonna keep this. Okay, we know the Bane turn is coming up in 2 turns, so I could use the antidote here. If I can scrounge up 22 block or so. That's exactly 22? Good. Alright, antidote goes in. Alright, we're currently taking 17. Which means we need to have at least 3 cards in hand. We can do that. Right, let's do the math here. This total of 10 block right now and 11 HP. So we're going down to 4. Right? Is that how that works? Okay, we only need 2 cards then, right? Or something. This is 21, 20, 19. Okay. Alright. We're alive. Need the damage. I'm gonna get rid of a strike here. 28 poison, doesn't matter though. It is all gone. Alright, now we have 16 damage incoming. Another 8 block. Okay, we're alive. Thankfully, the screw-ups didn't destroy me. Whew. Alright. Onyx, huh? Versus Fierce Bash and Gem Cannon. Putting Onyx in Twin Slam is not terrible. In fact, it's actually pretty good. If I set up the Twin Slam to come on the same turn as the Ruby, which is very possible with future plans, we even get to keep 2 Strength along with 2 Thorns. So, oh, and we also have Speed Potion, so I could even do that in a fight. That's good to know. Gem Cannon's not the greatest right now since we only have 2 gems. 3 sometimes if I play the Twin Slam first, but that requires it to be in the same hand. Fierce Bash would be the only other consideration here, but it's very hard to make work because it stays in stasis for so long. And I think Onyx has enough utility to outclass the other 2 cards here. At the moment. Oh boy. Interesting. We're definitely not taking Wanderbots. We're going to be sticking on 4 energy, and we're either going to be elite hunting, or we're just going to be taking Tiny Bowler Hat to survive. I get a feeling it's going to be Tiny Bowler Hat here. Although Cloak Clasp does help us with our survival. Yeah, you know what, I'm glad I didn't take the Wrist Blade. Even though we can get Wrist Blade value with future plans, it's very low value with so much setup. This can also help us with Cloak Clasp if we decide not to play any of the cards. I don't think we have elite killing power. I think this deck lacks enough damage. We have survivability. That's our main strength right now. Taking those 2 Walker Claws was actually super important because I don't think we got very many. I don't think we got any other good damage options in Act 1. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Tiny Bowler Hat then. I'm gonna socket that gem, and then we're gonna figure out what to do from there. So our rest sites. A lot of rest sites on the right that I'm liking. Also shops. There's a shop on both sides. There's a shop late in this act, part of the act too. Maybe in some world where we're lucky with the shop, we can hit an elite. Here, we'd just be taking the 2 campfires and then have to go through all of this, or this and that. Yeah, we're starting on the right. I'm going to do this. Then we'll decide which way to go after that. Alright. The Thorny Twin Slam. This is probably never getting used. So real quick about Pickup Rhapsody. Which is another reference to a YouTuber. I think I've said that before. Rhapsody used to play a lot of Slay the Spire and focuses more on just whatever game he decides to play for a while. He's done Elden Ring. He's done a bunch of other games. I haven't checked him out in a bit, but overall he seems like a pretty good guy and he's enjoyable to watch. Anyways, this relic is a little bit awkward because mining at gems at rest sites, once you get the gems, you can't socket them. Free action socketing is only available before you take one of your other options at the campfire. The options that aren't free, rather. You can break a key and socket, obviously. But stuff like resting upgrading mining, lifting with Guria, toking with peace pipe, or digging with the shovel. All of those have to happen last. So you get these gems, and then you have to hold on to them until you get to your next campfire to socket them. And also, the gems are random, which means that you could get some good ones, or you could get some bad ones. I think the fact that we have 4 energy and a bunch of 2 costs make the gems a little less awkward, because we'll be getting okay value from them sometimes. We'd still have to manage them. That's why I was able to take this ruby. I could manage having this one in the deck, and it directly benefited my damage. Getting up to 3 is a little bit risky, maybe handleable, because then we have a 20-card deck. So on average, you're probably going to see 1 per turn. I don't think the overlap would be very likely either. Maybe 50-50. So maybe we could mine at some point, but that would require us to have sockets, and we don't. So now we got to choose. This courier actually is really nice, because now we'll get a discount at the shop. With our deck, we are obviously looking for better cards, so that makes us want to take fights. We have survivability for early Act 2. Also, we want more gold with the courier, so we could opt not to take this event, especially since it could just be a dead floor. I think this early on we just take both of these, and then go to the shop and decide what to do from there. I don't think that means we have to rest. When are we going to be recalling, though? Maybe here? Then break the key here? It would really depend on how much gold we spend. I think since we're trying to hit shops, we're not going to be spending gold on breaking the key, which means it's not a good time to recall. Is it a good time to upgrade, though? Could upgrade Curl Up, finally. Would work well with the shield chargers. Also, with all the 2-cost cards in the deck now, that gets a lot better. Although we do have future plans now for targeted stasis, so maybe that's not even important. Maybe it's better to upgrade the shield chargers at this point. Yeah, that's actually a lot better. Get more block. What's this upgrade to? 12 block? Okay. It's a little bit better, but that's fine. Act 2 fights hit hard enough for that to be necessary. Excuse me. Probably going to be removing this flawed. Although, actually, the flawed is not bad anymore, is it? It's bad for 1 turn, and then your redraw, it actually draws cards. So, like, it's just like Haunted right now. It gets rid of your cards that you don't want. It might give you a few bad statuses, which is probably worse than Haunted, but at least they'll all draw you cards. With Battery, I think we already generated enough statuses to draw full hands. So maybe it's not that great. No, actually, that's a little bit... It's a little bit optimistic. I think with Flawed, we would draw full hands. So this is 2 extra block per turn. We could also just upgrade a Defend, if we're feeling like that. That may actually be better. Because 10 block's already a lot per turn, and it's not going to do anything for us immediately, so upgrading Defend means that we get immediate value, rather than waiting. Definitely not upgrading future plans. I don't know. We don't have great upgrades either. Maybe I just rest. Maybe I just grab that 17 HP. We lose out on a little bit, but gives us more stuff to work with, and then we don't have to waste time resting later, and we can upgrade better cards. We also have Tiny Bowler Hat, so small upgrades aren't going to matter as much, since we're just getting raw value from that. Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to rest here. I don't do this very often at the beginning of an act, but it's possible above Ascension 5. I think Ascension 5 is when you stop healing for full after an act boss. Alright, we're getting quote-unquote robbed. Definitely want to play this. I definitely want this in stasis. I think we can forego these other cards to maybe block with Cloak Clasp. If I play everything, I go into defensive. Because there will be 0 cards left in hand, which means that I take 12 damage, which means that I go into defensive. But if I just play the Shield Charger, I get the block I want anyways. Let's see, it goes up to 11, we take 9 damage. We're not going into defensive because we don't play Curl Up. We only get 10 block for next turn? Yeah, you know what, I think only 10 block for next turn is not worth. Because they're going to be attacking for 22 again. Alright, let's do this. We'll take a little bit extra damage here. Shaper's Blessing, huh? Plated Armor will be nice sometimes. Passive block stack with the Cloak Clasp. It's pretty good for a deck that lacks upfront defense. But here I think we just want the damage, since we're already full blocking. This is 19, this is 21. Is there any way not to waste damage here? This is 18. Huh? It's perfect. Although we would have to draw Twin Slam, or else we whiff. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the damage here. We'll use a strike on them. Or maybe we just let the Thorns kill them if we draw Twin Slam. Because we full block anyway. Oh, we didn't draw it. Wow, literally the last card. Okay. Well, I think we still want to focus this guy. Oh, right, he's not going to run because this is downfall mode. I did forget about that momentarily. No, I don't think I will. Chrono Boost. Okay, cool. $30. Yeah, and then 2 Twin Slams should kill. Easily. Nope. Just killed. Okay, so if we hadn't rested, we'd be 17 HP less. We'd be at 41 right now. I think resting there was a good idea. Do we take a third Walker Claw? I think we look for better at this point. Because that's a lot of energy to spend on 15 damage in Act 2. In Act 1, it's passable. Here, not so much. Not even with a Ruby. As you could maybe tell on a couple of the turns, we were choosing between, like, what, 11 plus 8, 19 damage or 21. So these are barely doing more than Strike plus Strike. And is, like, doing almost the exact same as Twin Slam. I think it's 1 more without Strength and 2 more with. Yeah, this is 21, this is 18. Okay, so it's 3 more. How does that math work? Whatever, it's not important. Harden was also an option, I guess. We are getting a lot of block pretty often, but again, it's more setup, and we're already a pretty setup-heavy deck. I don't want to draw this on a turn where I have my shield, where I don't have my shield chargers in play, and then cry. All right. Next easy pool fight is this thing. Why couldn't I draw Twin Slam a turn later? For real. This is one of the fights where Onyx is really good. We're getting vulnerable turn 1. Oh wait, this literally doesn't matter. We have Gelatinous Cube. Cool. Oh, I can just remove all debuffs anyway? Funny. Let's do Ruby then, because why not? We could just put Flawed into stasis. And I don't have to spend an energy playing it. Okay. Guess we're taking 2 damage here, but that's fine. We're not in defensive, though. Okay, did the multi-attack? Good. The big attack would have been like 30 or something crazy. We have Cloak Clasp, so I can just play a Defend instead of a Defend Plus. Actually, underrated combo. I didn't... Like, I knew that these two were working together in the back of my mind, but I didn't really put it together that these are an actual relic combo until now. I didn't even need to do that, did I? Could have just played a strike. It's fine. We're gonna have enough block for next turn, so I'm just gonna grab this for damage. 5 thorns is cool. Alright, I'm gonna be weakened. Doesn't matter. It is dead. We even got a vulnerable. Another ruby? I was just talking about how we can handle having a couple of unsocketed gems. And I like it a lot better than these other two. I think this ruby is actually really good. Another thing to use with Twin Slam and our Walker Claws. Yeah, let's do another unsocketed ruby. Let's see what happens. Literally taking flex cards at this point. Alright, we're losing 15 gold here. That's fine, though. Alright. Curl up, could you not hit Ascender's Bane, please? Please hit Shield Charger. Okay, it doesn't matter. I forgot that I could just play the card. I guess I'm still in the mindset of like 2 energy for some reason. Oh, that's gonna be spicy. Okay, I can't use Cloak Clasp to full block, so I have to use a Defend here. It's fine though, I guess I can use the rest of my energy on damage. I would have liked to get the Shield Charger out of the deck so I didn't have to redraw it. There's only a chance of that, though. Shaper's Blessing is awesome. We're not drawing Ruby on the right turn. We don't have future plans in play to keep this. It's fine, though. We're still doing a lot of damage here. I wonder how low we'll get this. Can we get it to, like, 220, maybe? Nah, that's way too... That's way too low. Yeah, look at that. Prepare Crusher, too late. I forgot that I had that in play, so we're not that far away from 220. 240 was our final. Oh, and Hexaburn at least came in time. It had to come on the first turn of Study the Spire, or else it would not have procced in time, like Soulburn. Wait, Soulburn? I'm just now realizing that that happens in the same number of turns as Soulburn. Soulburn is a Hexaghost mechanic that applies a debuff to an enemy with a certain number of stacks, and after 3 turns, it detonates, doing that much of HP damage to them. It's like Poison's cousin, I guess, is a good way to put it. Another Walker Claw with the rubies. Maybe. I'm not convinced by it, but I also don't want to pass it up. I think we're still good for now. I think we can still look for better multi-attacks. Actually, Polybeam is staring us right in the face, isn't it? It does still have a multi-enemy weakness, but I think we're just weak to those anyway. Yeah, let's just take this for now. I think that's a good compromise between taking a multi-attack and not getting a card that kind of hurts us. Fossilized Helix is big. It's pretty good. Shield Charger on sale is good. Orb Walk is good. Mango. Do I want to spend 270 for a mango? Wait, there's orange pellets. That's nasty. Orange pellets, sometimes not the greatest thing on Guardian because you already have ways to reduce debuffs, or you're not taking a lot of them. But here it might be great. Our only weakness, of course, is that we have 2 powers and one of them costs 2. Even if we took... Oh wait, no, we have tiny bowler hats, but it even comes even more often. But then we can also get Last Stand to cleanse our debuffs. We have Onyx, so maybe we don't care. Maybe we do not care about the orange pellets. I don't know. It often ends up being a toss-up like this, simply because of Guardian's ways to... But I just talked about this. Like, either you don't need it, or you already have ways to reduce debuffs. So yeah, I'm looking at all three of those relics anyways. There's also card remove. And then those last two cards here. Orbwalk Shield Charger. I don't think I want the Refracted Beam. I think 2 costs is too much now that we have a Polybeam. I also have Courier to think about, so buying cards or relics will refresh themselves. It also means that if I want to perhaps buy another relic, I would have to buy orange pellets first to see what's underneath it. I also can't buy orange pellets and one of the rare relics. Fossilized Helix might just be good enough to pass up orange pellets for. I also have enough, it would also leave me with enough gold to buy a card remove, which is great. So that's one option. The biggest thing I think orange pellets would do for us is let us keep the thorns. It would let us keep 6 thorns in a turn. Although we would have to be careful about our card order, because if Twin Slam is the final one out of the 3, power, skill, and attack, to cleanse the debuff, then we can't cleanse the second slam debuff. We would have to do Twin Slam before either the skill or the power, or both. And also we need powers in the deck for that to work. Okay, I don't think I'm taking orange pellets. Sorry to anyone who was looking forward for that, but not this time. That makes me very heavily inclined to take this Fossilized Helix. I don't know if buying 14 max HP is worth it. We have Pantograph, we have ways to block. Yeah, I think the play is just Fossilized Helix, card remove. We will get to see what we would have gotten if we had bought orange pellets, though. So, Stone Calendar. Okay, we would have not have been able to afford that, I don't think. Actually, this was 274, right? So you'd have 30 more gold? Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to afford it. Stone Calendar kind of works for Guardian because it's usually a slow play style anyway, but not here, I don't think. Okay, so now the next question is, do we want to remove a strike or the flawed? I did say earlier that we had Gelatinous Cube, and now that we have Cloak Clasp, that makes it even better. Flawed, of course, the big downside is that the random status cards can be Void or Burn. I think Daze Slimed and Wound are not that bad, because they all draw a card. But Void, taking away an energy, would be pretty bad, and Burn, if we don't have the block for it, could hurt, but it would be a net negative with the even with the Cloak Clasp. It's still only a 1 in 5, so I think the real problem is the Void, because even though that's also a 1 in 5, that is something that could actually cripple a turn. It always turns itself into a status. We can also get rid of it with Repulsor if we play Repulsor first in the fight. Okay. I don't know whether it's better to get rid of a strike or the flawed here. Another reason to keep the strike, of course, is for the rubies. But I really want to see if this play works. So I'm going to remove this strike instead. And we're going to move on. Alright, now the question is, now that we have a Fear Potion, can we take on an Elite and a Hard Pool? I think we can at least take on a Hard Pool. Right? What are our Hard Pool fights? Snake Plant, Centurion Mystic again. Those turn ones hurt quite a bit. Snake Plant, Centurion Mystic, Spirit Guardian plus Sentry, which doesn't attack turn 1. Snecko, which doesn't attack turn 1. Triple Cultist, which doesn't attack turn 1. All of these fights are not equal chance, by the way. You could say that 3 and 5 of these don't attack turn 1, you're good, but they have weighted chances. I think they might actually be all the same. It's not guaranteed to be different, but I know that Act 1, the hard pull fights, all have different chances to them. Is that the only 5? There has to be more. Snake Plant and Centurion and Mystic are not even guaranteed to attack turn 1. It would just be bad if they did. So maybe this is a good enough risk to take, and then if we lose enough HP, we just don't go here. On top of that, though, we do have to think about each elite. And how we beat them. So, Gremlin Leader would be a big one. It doesn't attack turn 1, it would be somewhat easy to get rid of. But we do have to kill a Gremlin turn 1. And right now, the only ways we have to do that are Walker Claws. And maybe Twin Slam Plus. So we'd have to draw that on one of those on turn 1. I don't think we can bank on that happening. Tiny Bowler Hat will definitely help with that fight. We also have Cloak Clasp. We just bought the Fossilized Helix. Alright, you know what? I think with Fossilized Helix, I think we can at least go left here. Like I said, we do like gold a lot, and cards are helpful too. So I think we can go here simply because we got Fossilized Helix, and then we can make a decision after that. Okay, it is Snake Plant. It is attacking turn 1. Little unfortunate. We do get to block one of the hits, though, which is nice. Cloak Clasp isn't going to save any HP here, so we're just going to play our cards normally. I don't think we care about Repulsor here, so I think we just do Ruby Shield Charger, Strike Plus. Alright, we take 8. It's fine. Maybe. We draw a Curl Up. Okay, well. It's the debuff turn, which means I don't think we want to go into defensive. We can do that next turn with a second Shield Charger. Drew a lot of our good cards this turn. We also drew this on a turn that this wasn't attacking. I think it knew. I think it knew that we were going to draw that, and so it didn't attack. Maybe we do Curl Up then. This will give us 14 block plus the block from defensive. We put both of these shield chargers in. Oh, that's 24 exactly? Okay. And we have thorns? Yeah, alright. Guess we're doing this. Alright. That's not even accounting for Cloak Clasp. Frail doesn't affect defensive mode block, by the way. It literally only affects block from cards, which I guess was obvious, but I wanted to reiterate that. Strength here. Multi-hits with Snake Plant is also kind of bad, but hey. Wow. I guess we could have future plans that instead. Hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Oh, those go... Wow. Okay. Apparently those go off first. Alright, this is fine. We still get the kill. And even if we didn't, we had 26 block. Alright, that was a good fight. Ancient Power. That's pretty good, right? I mean, we don't really have the block cards for it, but it works really well with our Walker Claws and our Twin Slam, even. I don't think we need another Repulsor. Time Capacitor is not necessary either. I think we take this. So now can we take the fight? I think we at least live. Can we take Slavers? Slavers, I think, would be very hard. Because we have to kill one of them fast, and we can't really do that. I think we take too much damage to Slavers. I think Book of Stabbing is also slightly too long a fight. So I think we have to skip. We traded our HP for some gold and a card. I think that was worth doing. I think we take our 2 campfires in a row. And instead of maybe dying at this and resting here, we get 2 upgrades. That sounds a lot better. I can't recall, we only have 25 gold. Ancient Power, I think, is the obvious upgrade here, although we could also do Polybeam. I didn't really say it out loud before, but Repulsor was also an option. It's become especially obvious that the Repulsor upgrade has been a little too expensive. Although I think we've gotten lucky. It's still been obvious that it needs an upgrade. Ancient Power upgrade. Maybe it's not that great an upgrade. I don't know. I feel like our deck is full of upgrades that we don't fully care about. Maybe it's just defend upgrades all the way. Just to preserve our buffer. Because that's a front-loaded block. Right, I didn't forget about buffer in the elite fight, but I think all of them kind of counter the buffer. Slavers, you negate 13 damage and then you take a bunch extra. 21-ish. Book of Stabbing especially dunks on it, and even Gremlin Leader fight. The second that you don't have enough block to block one of the gremlins, you just lose the buffer to like 5 damage. So yeah, that didn't really make much of a difference. It's a lot better in the hallway fights, I guess. Ancient Power upgrade. 1 permanent strength is okay. The thing is that we want it to reduce other debuffs, right? We get 1 permanent dex, but we literally only have defense. I guess permanent dex works with shield charger. Temporary buffs don't work with shield charger, but permanent do. So we get 1 more block from those a turn. Also, something Ancient Power can't do is keep the temporary strength from rubies, because it's already busy debuffing its own temporary strength, and those don't stack separately. So maybe it's Walker Claws, because they're kind of the worst multi-attacks, so you want to get more if you're going to pay for the 2 energy. Yeah, I think we're going to be upgrading those anyway at some point, so you might as well get more out of them. Let's upgrade our damage. Then maybe we can take on the elite here, which we're going to be doing, because after that is a campfire. Then Chaku. Perfect. That's a really good relic for us. Also, I am remembering, since we don't have the green key yet, we can wait for Act 3 to open the chest and take the blue key. In previous episodes, if you're just joining us, I had said that you're not guaranteed a campfire after the mid-act chest in Act 3. Sometimes they just don't spawn if you're unlucky. So then you can't break the key and go to Act 4. But if you don't have the green key, there will always be a campfire after the green key elite in Act 3. That is hard-coded into the map generation. And because of the way the map generation happens, the earliest an elite can happen is right before the chest. So if we go for the green key and the elite is all the way up here, we're still guaranteed to get a campfire somewhere after this chest. So we can't afford not to take the blue key here. I hope you're able to follow that. I'm not the greatest at explaining things, but I do try. I think other Walker Claws, we're just gonna stick with that. Alright, what do we got? It is Gremlin Leader, and it's gremlins with 20 HP. Whew, okay. Well, it looks like we are losing our buffer to 5 damage, like I was saying was possible before. Man, this is a real low roll. Gremlin Leader is attacking turn 1, and we are forced to take 5 damage to the buffer. That being said, I do think I want to use Fear Potion to kill one of them outright, so that I don't go into defensive this turn. I want to be able to go into defensive before Gremlin Leader attacks. So it's just going to be this. I'm going to attack the one with more HP, obviously. Yeah, you gain all your strength, I don't care. There was a play with Cloak class, but we would literally had to play one card that turn, and then I would have had to decide between Study the Spire or the Walker Claw, and then if I did Study the Spire, I would have to take the 5 damage anyway. And if I didn't play Study the Spire, that's not playing Study the Spire. So, really didn't want to do that just for 1 more HP. Or 6 more HP, rather. Okay, this is a pretty good turn. Get Ancient Power and Ruby here. 15 damage, wow. Okay, so we can attack this once and it'll die to the Thorns. We'll have 11 Thorns here. Is there a world in which we just don't? No, we do this now. And I'm just going to play the Crawl. Get that brace number up. Okay, 2 Thorns is not going to cut it here. I could have killed this instead. I still don't know whether or not my earlier hypothesis about this works. The way Gremlin Leader works is that every Gremlin doubles her chance to attack, and she starts at 25%. With 1 Gremlin it goes to 50, and 2 it goes to 100. Right after summoning, rather. But I have noticed, because whenever I play off-screen, I do save scum fights. Not specifically just to manipulate RNG, but to play them better, to fix mistakes and look for better ways to play. And sometimes I have noticed that killing different gremlins out of the 2 will change the intent for Gremlin Leader. So, and the only times I've really noticed the change is whenever I hit this front one instead of the back one. So that's why I said there was maybe a play where I keep this gremlin and kill this one instead, just in case something messes with the RNG and Gremlin Leader doesn't attack next turn. But we're just gonna live with this. Okay, Gremlin Leader didn't attack. That's good, I think. Yeah, we have a lot of damage this turn. We're gonna want to use. Let's get another 2 strength. Okay, so this is slightly less than where we want it to be. This is doing 12 damage to this, and it could hit it twice. That being said, I still think we're good here. Okay, it did hit that 4 times, great. And then next turn, as long as we draw 1 attack, we're good. I don't want to play this defense since it costs 0 and it's not doing anything yet. So I'm just going to use my energy, I'm not going to use my energy. Just going to put the shield charger into stasis. Maybe we even get a kill on Gremlin Leader. Yeah. Now we have 3 gremlins running all at once. Goodbye. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We took 18 damage? Okay. Clone. Clone. It's pretty strong here. Cloning a shield charger is playing a shield charger for 1 energy, but still getting the full 3 turns out of it. Cloning Twin Slam is great. Cloning Ancient Power is great. We have a lot of good clone targets. It's just more setup that we have to worry about. It does boost our power more. I think we're good not to, though. The Gremlin Leader fight went pretty well. It wasn't perfect, but I'd rather not add more risk to the deck if we're already doing enough damage with what we have already. Not going to take this. I think we do need to rest here, though. We probably avoid this elite, specifically because there's a shop there, and we don't have enough gold for a shop. Actually, we do, don't we? Because of Courier. So the card remove would just be 100 instead of 125. We also get a little bit closer to killing the merchant would depend on our draw, though. Also, we take 20 damage from that sometimes. Yeah, okay, we're definitely skipping. Skipping the card will work, too. Alright, campfire. I think we rest here. We did fight Snake Plant as our last thing, though. But we do also have Fossilized Helix. So I guess our biggest threat is Centurion Mystic right now, because they can both attack, but even then I have this. Everything else gives us time to set up a little bit. So if we go this way, we probably keep most of our HP, and then we can use Pantograph to heal on this boss, which should not be hard. Although we do take a lot of time to set up. It might be too late to get our damage in before the big attack. We do have potions, though, as well, to save us through these fights. I think we can upgrade. So now what do we upgrade? That's another big question. What do we upgrade now? Is it Future Plans, finally? It might be Future Plans. Because we're out of the part of the act where we need to care about turn ones a lot. The Snake Plant, we're coming back, maybe, but we still have Fossilized Helix to save us HP. Maybe it is still a little bit too early. Because there is still a chance that we could fight Snake Plant again. That would hurt. That would hurt if we didn't find any block cards turn 1, because then we'd just block for 8. I think the shield chargers have still been doing enough as is. Curl Up still doesn't need the upgrade because it's 2 more brace. I feel like the brace numbers are just too low, though. But we are still taking HP damage, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it is time for the defend upgrades now, but Ancient Power is still on the table. If I got Pandora's Box, would I take it? Probably not. We have uses for Strength and Dex here, and our defense are literally our only front block. Okay. What about Astrolabe? Astrolabe on 2 strikes and a defend? I mean, even then, we'd get 1 defend upgrade. Spirit Guardian and Sentry is still kind of a threat. Spirit Guardian hurts. As long as we got shield charges in play early, we'd be fine, but that's not guaranteed with 20 cards. We could whiff on turn 1 and turn 2 with some frequency, and then be taking a 22 hit to the face. We're already taking 21 to the face on turn 2, with the 10 and 11 attacks coinciding. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna rest for safety. I'm not seeing low enough risk to not do that. Sneko's interesting, this fight. Oh, we have Bag of Prep. Ooh. Okay, I didn't realize we had Bag of Prep. I need to pay more attention to the relics I get from elites. I've been missing that a lot. Do we draw, like, most of our 2-cost cards this turn? Alright, thanks, game. Now I gotta deal with 3-cost rubies. I think I'm just gonna put 1 shield charger in. I don't think we need both in immediately. We're getting the Chaku value now. Alright, I guess I don't have to play Polybeam. It's 8 damage. I also have Cloak Clasp, I guess. I can also remove Confusion if I draw the right card. Hey, Ruby would cost 0. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, I don't mind that. I probably play Repulsor or Flawed. Do I play neither? I probably play Repulsor. I'm just gonna do this. We'll let Flawed go. It really? Should they change the text on this card? At the end of your turn, transform all cards in hand to voids? Not that I've even seen them yet. Actually, it doesn't even matter, does it? We just kill here. Okay, not quite. Alright, we're losing our buffer, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play this so we go into defensive turn next turn. Just in case. We're also gonna get rid of this defend, because I don't want it. I guess I didn't have to, and then I would have... Yeah, I removed the vulnerable, then Twin Slam removed all... Yeah, with Twin Slam would remove my debuffs there, and then I would have had Cloak Class for the extra 2. Alright. There's a lot of factors coming into play that I have to calculate. It's very difficult. Does Explosive Potion help me more than Speed Potion? Probably. Probably. Another Polybeam? Future Plans Plus? I think it's still a little too early for that. Although now that we did have a 0 damage fight, and we've rested, maybe just taking this card without so that we don't have to upgrade Future Plans is good. But like, what else are we upgrading anyway? Polybeam? Could take another Polybeam, by the way. I don't think we need to, though. Maybe we need to. I think we can still wait. It's still early enough. But Future Plans Plus... Yeah, you know what? I do want this. What else are we upgrading? We can finally upgrade the shield chargers. Ancient Power. We can upgrade the card from the boss. We may... You know, we haven't had to upgrade Debt much in this run so far. But it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. We could find a bunch of cards that we would like to upgrade later. So taking the Future Plans Plus here just as a way to upgrade, quote-unquote, this card may not be a terrible idea. We also have Bag of Prep? Okay. Yeah, it's a weird play, but I'm doing it. Do I go this way now? We know it's going to be either Book of Stabbing or Slavers, but we have good potions. Boy, you... And we did rest. Let's do it. It's weird how that changed so fast. Okay, Attack Pot, do something good. Multi-Beam. I don't think that's that good. 7 times 4 is 28. It's not quite enough, and we don't get the discount from the Attack Pot either. Refracted Beam, I think, would be enough. 20 plus 28. Oh, that's just barely not enough. Thankfully, we have Explosive Pot. I don't mind using both of these here. I think that's a good use of our potions. Right, 48. Okay. Save the buffer? Instead of playing Future Plans? Yeah, you know what, that's fine. I don't think we're going to be saving any... Yeah, if we played this, I wouldn't be able to save any cards because we learned that Flawed goes first. Alright, so you take my cards. Dazed, Wound, Burn. Okay. Finally, something that isn't Void. Alright, You Are Mine is great. We got our actual Future Plans, so I can just put Shield Charger into stasis. We don't have enough to Cloak Clasp. Yeah, this is only 8. Can't change that, right? Alright, just do the damage then. You go in. I lose 6 HP. And then we should be fine the rest of the fight. Shaper's Blessing. Do we have a kill here? 2 strength, 6 strength. This is 9 damage plus that's 14 because of rounding. And then we lose our weak. Which means it's 21, 35. We do strike instead? That kills? Okay. Yeah, 14 there. $19. How did I do my damage wrong there? 14, right, I was thinking of vulnerable, 14 times 1.5, but we were applying weak. Alright, well we still got 22 damage there anyways, so we're good. Now we get to keep 2 strength, 2 dex, and 2 thorns. Alright, 6 damage Sliver's fight. We had to use 2 potions, but it was worth. Absolutely worth. Great relic. Glad we took that fight. Third ruby. Do we take a third ruby? I don't think we take a third ruby. We did just take ancient power. I think we're good. But if we find something to socket these in, then that's really good. Screw it. I'm confident. I'll take it. In fact, I'm going to use future plans to put Ruby into stasis. So that just in case we get a good thing this turn, we can, good damage turn this turn, we'll be real set. Okay, so we're going to be taking 8. I would have liked to keep... Oh wait, no, we're going to be taking 4, because we have Cloak Clasp. We should be fine. Yeah, exactly 12. Can we get a kill here? That'd be cool. Worth it. Okay, okay. Just do this last. I don't think those 8 thorns really mattered, though. We still got extra strength. Prepare Crush, you gotta come a turn earlier than this. Also, not a great damage turn for us. Well, actually we have... Hexaburn. Does this go off first? It does go off first, and then we lose our temporary strength. Okay, cool. 57 damage. Next time we see the merchant, we might be able to kill it before it even attacks. Floating orbs, huh? Yeah, I'm glad I skipped that other polybeam, because I think I just found our next damage source. Alright. Still not regretting not taking the, Wristblade. Still don't care. We are 1 gold short of a Dolly's Mirror. Bobble Burst would have been funny with our strength gems. Exploit gems. Whoa, hold up. There's our card. I think that's our card. I think it's even better than a card remove here. And we can buy a potion with it, if we want. Like Explosive Pot for Act 3. Or for whatever this fight is, I guess. Whew. Body Slam is here. I don't think we're doing much with that. Overload. Overload is interesting. Overload's very interesting, actually. Maybe we buy that and exploit gems. Because we have 3 rubies. We have Twin Slam. We have future plans. Also, we need a lot. Also, we have a lot of setup that we need to get into play. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Take that for next act. Okay, there's a Vent Steam here. We can also take the Vent Steam to put our strength into, and it multiplies our damage. Whew. Man. Vent Steam is more setup, but it does get rid of some rubies. I honestly wouldn't even mind the fact that we only have 3 rubies and 4 slots, because we can always find more gems. 39 gold means we can't buy a potion, but that was just kind of a bonus anyway. Even if we even wanted to, we could just save our gold too. I think this Vent Steam is too valuable to pass, but is the Overload too valuable to pass as well? And if so, which one is even more too valuable to pass? But the exploit gems, actually, I didn't really think about this, but the rubies don't become as much of an importance once we get them socketed. The Overload doesn't get to draw them as much. It would just be for a more immediate thing. And with all of our expensive cards, Overload gets a lot worse. I was basically banking on drawing it with Twin Slam or having stasis stuff, but even future plans kind of It only brings out one card at a time most of the time. It would help with Cloak Clasp, I guess, but... yeah. Fragmented Gem. That would not be the gem I want. Oh my. Lose pick of Rhapsody for 2 potions? I only get to pick one of these. That I do know for sure. I'm not losing Bag of Prep. I'm not losing Nunchaku. Yeah. Goodbye, pick. Thank you for dropping by. You were very useful. Not even being sarcastic. That helped. By the way, you can read this if you want. If you pause the video. Okay. I really hope I draw something good here. Hey, there we go. Just use all my damage. Maybe I save Ancient Power. No, maybe I save Shield Charger by playing Future Plants instead. That seems like a smarter move. I don't think I need all that damage. Let's do this. Let's actually knock down the bird so it doesn't become a threat. It's already buffing on turn 1, which is really rude. And Chaku. I didn't realize that was a thing. I should have, because then if I had done Ancient Power first, then the attacks, then I could have played that. Alright, well. Sad, but that's alright. I don't think we'll need it to win the fight. At worst, I think we take like 9 damage from that mistake. Okay, we take 0 damage from that mistake. Cool. Dex Potion? I don't think so. Yeah. Body Slam is back. Don't want these. Alright. Good act. We were able to take both of these elites. Didn't have to be worried about this one. We found enough strength to get this one, thanks to potions mostly. Oh right, now we have this. So yeah, we're set for the act. Resting, I guess in retrospect, wasn't good, but you know, you can't really guarantee that you're not going to take a bunch of damage. I think we did get a little bit lucky with our fights. Also, I guess the fact that we found enough strength to go this way means that we took a couple of easier fights rather than potentially harder ones. I don't know. Maybe it was fine not to rest there. I didn't feel confident in that though. Definitely going to be doing this. I don't want to put both shield chargers in. I think I want to put one in. Yeah, okay. I could do like that, and I can keep both of these. That's what I was mainly thinking about. I wanted to keep both of those. I forgot I could play shield charger for energy. That's what having future plans does to you. You forget very obvious things. Oh right, I gotta play a Tunnel Beam first, and then Second Slam to remove that. Next turn energy loss. Do I want Repulsor? I think I want Defend in a couple turns, honestly. 16 Thorns damage. Good stuff. Okay. It's a good damage turn. Just do it. Nunchaku at a less than appropriate time. Oh my. Next turn is not the intangible turn. What are the odds that we get a kill? A lot lower now that we're weak. Even though she has vulnerable. Oh hey, Shaper's Blessing. How about that? this even worth it? It has to be, right? Let's do this first. Slime Crush Walker Claw. This is 25 versus 43. Okay. It's still worth to do like Slime Crush, Walker Claw, Curl Up. Look at that damage. What are the odds of us getting a kill next turn? If I do this now for 14, I won't be weak anymore. She'll have 0 block. Well, I guess 15 from that. This is 14, so she'll have 101 damage, and she won't be vulnerable. Okay, there's no shot then. Her big attack turn is next turn as well. Although it's a lot less, I think I should go into defensive here. And I will play this defend. Alright, both of you go into stasis. Alright. Oh, Fence team's back. Cool. Maybe we could have. Wow, that's close. Also, 18 times 2. Even though we proc the thing, we're still 1 block short. Also, she's going to have a ton of block this turn. I guess I should have thought of that before using my... putting my strikes into stasis, because now they can't do anything. What I'm going to do instead, I guess, is just... I want to be able to kill next turn with these attacks, which I should be able to do easily. Right? This is 14, 15 is 19, plus 11 is 30 damage, which we should be able to do with Walker Claw. In fact, we're guaranteed to draw it thanks to these 3 cards with Gelatinous Cube. So I want to get Nchaku up to... It doesn't even matter, does it? Literally doesn't even matter. Just put these in, and then I can control my damage next turn, rather than trying to guess this turn. Alright, 24. 24 is what we got. Need to do 3 attacks? I can only do 2, can't I? Alright, well... Yeah, I have a little bit too much damage. Right, she used Empty Body, so she wasn't in Calm. That's why it didn't have as much block as I thought. Oh boy. Well, we did just get Vent Steam and Exploit Gem, so I don't think this one's actually going to do much. I think Instruction Form is the obvious way to go here. Alright. Now we gotta choose our last card. Definitely not, sorry, card? Relic. Last boss relic. Definitely not gonna be Choker, we play way too many cards. I think even after we socket our gems, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with floating orbs and stasis. Exploit gems as well. Maybe we can get away with it. We also have Nunchaku sometimes. 5 energy is literally just to play Construction Form and a 2-cost card. Maybe Choker is fine. It's a little weird. Oh, we also have Tiny Bowler Hat. Okay, so that's 2 passive cards a turn with floating orbs. Well, I guess that doesn't have to coincide. Tiny Bowler Hat stops after 4 turns. I see a lot of opportunities to get choked, but also an unconditional 5th energy is great with Construction Form and 2-cost cards. Although I don't need to play Construction Form and a Walker Claw, and I'll have the ability to put Shield Chargers into stasis instead, with future plans rather than playing them. Maybe I don't need a 5th energy. I did talk about Astrolabe a minute ago. Could use that to get rid of our strikes and to defend. Or maybe just all of our unupgraded basic cards. Or I could take Slaver's Collar. I think we're doing stuff that's too specialized in order to take Astrolabe, so I think this is just Slaver's Collar. And we'll make do without the 5th energy in hallway fights. Defect 3. Okay, so we didn't even fight Hermit. Okay. What's our route gonna look like? Okay, so we have to start up on the left. Because we need the green key. Also, once we go this way, is there another rest site? There's one down here. Where are the merchants? Is that it? Is that the only 2? Oh no. We're not going to get the merchant kill unless we get lucky at a question mark. Oh, that's sad. It doesn't change anything about the game itself. We just miss out on 300 gold. We could also get wing boots, I guess. But I guess with that revelation, we're going to want to take as many question marks as possible. It does mean I don't have to recall here, but I'm probably going to do it anyways because I don't have any good upgrades. Well, I have a couple good ones now. Vent Steam actually is pretty good. That can probably wait since we have Fear Potion, though. Polybeam is a thing now. Again, we can still wait. I'm going to recall. First, let's socket these things. I know for a fact we're doing at least one in each. The question is, where do we put the last one? Where do we put the last one? There's a couple things to keep in mind here. Like, this probably isn't too much. This probably isn't too important to think about. Like, this is mostly just me optimizing. But you know, I can't help myself. The two things that I want to keep in mind mostly are what other gems would be good to put in these cards, and can I use the gems effectively with the cost? Exploit gems literally just makes your gems free to use. You draw a card with them, which means it replaces itself. Even though it's 0 energy, you basically still draw 5 cards a turn, excluding this one. With Vent Steam, even though it creates a big combo turn, you do have to deal with 1 less draw than exploit gems, and also 1 less energy. So if you draw on the wrong turn, then you just kind of whiff, and all your strength goes to waste. Also, this has a weakness in that it can't do anything by itself. It needs other cards in hand. So I like to put something like a ward into it, sometimes a quartz, so that I can draw a card and create a combo of some kind. Sometimes even accelerate can be good. Exploit gems, I think, is the better one here, considering all of that. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to recall here, like I said. Like I said, we have good upgrades, but again, not guaranteed to go to this campfire, so I might as well just get that out of the way. Okay, that was a fight. That doesn't bode well. Alright. I have not eaten lunch yet, and it is like a few minutes past 1 o'clock for me, so I'm going to take a break at this fight, and I'll see you in just a second once I have decided to start this up again. And we're back. Alright. We find ourselves in the middle of a shapes fight. Let's see what I can do here. This outright kills one, I think. That's 40 damage. 5 plus 2 is 7, times 1.5 is 10 after rounding. And 10 times 4 is 40. Okay, so we can kill this one. Seems like a good plan. Also play this. And we leave enough cards in hand to full block if we play defend after that. We'll block this and then negate that attack with the buffer. We do forego the future plans, but that's fine. This fight should not last very long. Also, the spiker can't attack twice in a row unless it has 19 thorns, so I think we're good. This could be a bit too risky, but I do want to try to kill this. If we hit this 3 times, then we lose HP. We already have enough block to block this guy, so I think we just do this. Yeah. Do we have enough? No, we don't. Guess we're using Slime Crush on this because we can't block for 30. That is fine though. And I'm fine with turning these all into statuses. The voids return. Now Polybeam is back. Okay. 9 thorns. And we only have 4 energy. So I can't use Construction Form to block a lot of it. This would be 9 times 4. I think we have to do this in order to not take damage. We lose 1 buffer, but that's fine. Now there's 11 thorns in play. But if we can kill in 1 hit, then we just lose the 1 buffer and that's it. Alright, great. Let's review our deck here. I don't think we want Emergency because we have shield chargers. Roll attack, this is not the kind of deck for that, I don't think. And we don't need a priming shot plus, so we skip. Alright. Left hand side of the map here. Gonna keep going down, get that green key elite. Is there a shopping path? That's right, they're all on the right side. So we want to prioritize question marks. But we'll have enough gold to break both the keys by here, so. Let's see, Construction Form. Oh right, we have 1 buffer already. Synergy there. Fossilized Steelix Construction Form. That's good. That means we can do this. Use that to put the shield charger into play. We could have played Defend instead of the Future Plans in order to save 1 more buffer, but I think getting the extra block every turn was important. This will be 9 block. We're taking 20 incoming. I can't kill one of these, can I? Probably not. It's probably fine anyways. Alright, we lose our last buffer, but that's fine. It did its job. Now we kill this. We don't need any more block this turn, so just play the powers. Put that into stasis. This is 13 and 14, that's not enough. Okay. I can full block this if I use Defend, so I don't want this to revive too soon, so let's just do this. Oh, okay. Oh wait, they're just both going to die. Right, cool. Body Slam is back, still not needed, I don't think. We're doing a lot of strength stuff. We don't need either of those two. Nunchaku's really working out well. This is 36. Perfect. Okay, if I want to use this future plans, I have to play the Flood. At least to get Shield Charger in play. I do think I want to kill this first. Which we should be able to do next turn with the Prepare Crush. Oh right, I only have one in play. $35. Okay, a little bit less than I thought. That's fine. This is 42, so we should be able to kill with any other attack. In fact, let's do this. Just so we can keep some strength. Another Walker Claw, another Floating Orbs. We are dealing with an Act 4 Silent, so Thorns are on the table. Which means that I think we don't take a second Floating Orbs. Maybe we still need it, but... With Construction Form, that may actually be a good idea anyways. I'm leaning against taking it though. Maybe if it was upgraded I would take it. Just so it didn't cost anything. Our elite fight's coming up at this green key. Could be Reptimancer, in which case I think taking another power is a bad thing. It's good for scaling, but not good for front load, and we need front load to kill the daggers. We do have a tiny bowler hat to help a bit, but I think we need all the help we can get just in case we low roll. Maybe we take the Walker Claw because of that. Seems reasonable. Oh, we're not going to have all the gold we need, huh? We need 300 because I haven't broken the red key yet. At least there's still this one here. Unless we get a lot of gold at this event, maybe that's possible. Yeah, taking another Walker Claw. I've been looking for more multi-attacks, just haven't been finding them except for Polybeams. And I felt like I was oversaturated anyways. I think since we've taken a bunch of extra setup cards, I think this is fine. And I do think that we need one more of these for Reptimancer. Falling event. Just lose the Walker Claw? No, we lose the Future Plans now. Perfect. Now I have essentially upgraded that Future Plans by taking the already upgraded one and then removing that one. Strangest way to upgrade a card in the game, I think. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to use the block potion to save this for at least one hit. Kind of an unfortunate draw. No defense, no construction form. I'd rather not take damage, but maybe it's actually better too, so that I can use curl up to go into defensive mode. Yeah, that might be smarter. Let's use Twin Slam to get some permanent strength and thorns, and also temporary thorns for this turn. Yeah, and let's just take the damage. This will come out in 3 turns, which is not good because it'll be intangible then. So I think I leave these out. Alright, 7 times 3 again. Exploit Gems doesn't actually do anything this turn, except draw a card. Prepare Crush came on the right turn, that's nice. We are going to run out of Vulnerable though. Could use the Fear Potion. I might want to keep this for next turn actually. Can't really keep either of these for next turn, so there's no point. Might as well save them for later, though. This being a metallicized nemesis means I can't do damage during the intangible turns, which sucks a little bit, but it's fine. Alright. Yeah, let's just put this in. Yeah, we even got a little bit more block, so if this is the big hit next turn, we're covered. More than covered, in fact. Well, not quite more than covered, huh? The weaken wore off. But I do have defend. Cool. Flawed construction form, slime crush? Yeah, okay. And then a Atomic Beam, of course. Oh! 15 damage. We have 2 strength, so this is going to be doing 8 damage. So I'd have to wait 2 turns for this to actually do enough. Alright. Thank you. Although I guess that wasn't necessary, was it? If I hadn't played the strike, then Code Class would have full blocked. I think I neglected to mention before the break, not last time, before the break, that Repulsor, despite the fact that I have Gelatinous Cube, will actually make us even draw positive on these, because we're already drawing 1 card off Gelatinous Cube, but then Repulsor is going to make us draw another card once it exhausts it. So that's cool. Alright, good fight. Lost a little bit, sacrificed a little bit of HP, but that was worth it. I hate this potion this late in the game, so I'm not going to keep it. Honestly, I hate it at all points of the game, but at least in Act 1 it has some use. And maybe during certain bosses with multiple enemies, like Defect 2, you can use it on one of the bronze orbs. But most of the time, this honestly just takes too long for it to be useful. Armored Protocol Plus. We are going to have to deal with Watcher. And after we use our shield chargers, we're out of Brace. I don't think that's good enough on its own, though. I think we have to find some other form of block. Or we can just rely on our shield chargers and construction form to keep us alive long enough to just do a bunch of damage. And we can take HP damage for Brace. I don't think that actually helps us during the Divinity turn. It's just 8 block. Evasive Protocol would be maybe a thing to look for. Prayer Wheel? Okay, great. Good time to get the blue key. It's a little too late for that. Oh my. Are we gonna have enough gold? Oh dear. I did not realize we were this low on gold. Did we spend a bunch earlier? There's no way, right? Alright, we're gonna have to somehow get 114 gold by this, or else we're just done. So I guess that means we take both these question marks in the hopes of a shop. I guess now is a good time to say it. If we don't go to Act 4, that's sad, but maybe not the worst thing in the world. Like, on the spreadsheet I'll count it as victory, but with the question mark like it shows at the end of the run. I always try to go for heart runs, but this one was surprisingly difficult to do. If I have to pick a key here, I'm going to pick the red one, though. Now an upgrade. Vent Steam, I think it's the time for Vent Steam. Although Walker Claw is good as well. Yeah, the extra vulnerable is going to be important. I think. We still are holding on to the Sphere Potion. So maybe you can still wait. How much are we exhausting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I didn't count that right. I'm also counting. I'm counting exhaust cards and powers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a 14 card deck, and we'll subtract 1 because this draws a card, so 13. And plus 3 stasis slots. So 10 card deck. So we are getting back to event steam fast enough in theory, after scaling up. So the Neophyte shouldn't be a problem. So I guess we just hold on to this and upgrade Walker Claw for damage. Alright. So as far as question marks go, it could also give us the Winding Halls event, which in Downfall lets me choose between an event, a relic, or a shop. It's like an all-in-one question mark. Wheel of Change. Gold? Wait, is this our ticket? This is our ticket, because even if we don't hit the gold, I can fight for 100 gold. It's 186, which is very close to the 200 we need. And as long as we don't get less than 14 here, we'll be able to break both the keys here. But maybe we just roll the gold anyway. A relic? No, we have to fight. We have to fight. Although if the relic gave us an old coin, that would be funny. Yeah. So fun fact, in Act 3, you are too strong for this fight. Although I think that was pretty obvious. Oh, that's cool. I did see that, I just didn't think it was going to be relevant, since we weren't, probably weren't going to be dealing with Reptimancer. Oh hey, it hit that one, cool. Yeah, I'll put that in. If we need to block in 2 turns, so be it. Wow. That's a draw. Oh my gosh, Nunchaku. It doesn't even matter, but it's funny. Alright. Another block potion? I think we keep these. Alright, I need you to drop mucho gold. And I really just mean average gold. We're gonna do... I don't think we're gonna do future plans here. I think it's more important to play both the Walker Claws to get the kill here before this explodes. Never mind, we're gonna block. Forgot that we played Flawed for 1 energy. And then... yeah, that's it. Flawed for 1 energy. Okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, this really doesn't need an upgrade with You Are Mine, does it? It would just be backup. Big time backup. Oh, now I can even block the hit. Thank you, Gremlin Horn. Man, like I said earlier, there are so many different factors to take into play here. With this Cloak Clasp and now a Gremlin Horn and all that. I don't think we want to use Polybeam in case of this, but... you know, we have 3 buffer. So unless all 4 of these hit the front one, which is a 1 in 81, we're not losing HP. Okay, we're good. We lost 2 buffer, that's fine. These mostly don't attack, so we get to keep scaling strength. Also, as soon as this goes off, they're all dead. Right, we don't have future plans, but that's fine. Alright. 17. We made it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Alright. None of these things. Jeez. Oh, and this was another fight? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Well, I think we would have made it anyways, because this is Wheel of Change, but we definitely did need to go this way, just in case. Construction form, we'd still have one buffer after getting hit twice. So I think we do future plans here, and then use that on the exploit gems for next turn specifically. And we need to get this guy first. Alright, good, good. Like to see that one. $19.38, that's not enough. Alright. Oh, I get to do all of them? Cool. Thank you, Gremlin Horn, as usual. Nunchaku. Quartz. There you go. That was one of the gems that I mentioned about Vent's team. A good way to set up a combo. Or just not be as vulnerable during the turn that you draw the Vent's team. Alright, here we go. Break Emerald. Break Sapphire. Enhance this. We're going to spin the wheel. We've only got 2 spins the rest of the game, but maybe we can get something good. That's not good. Try again later. So yeah, we're definitely not upgrading Vent's team anymore. Now that I've remembered, now that I've been reminded of Tiny Bowler Hat, as well as our small deck size. The fact that it draws a card means that our deck can get down to size 9 now. Ancient Power Plus? I don't know about that. I think it's time for Curl Up Plus. Because we have so many expensive cards that getting the right card into stasis is important. Although, I vaguely remember before the break talking about Curl Up and maybe not upgrading it. But that might have been earlier, so that we didn't go to defensive too quickly. Also, we have future plans, right? Right, we have the future plans. So yeah, that's not as important. Maybe the shield charger upgrade's better. Yeah, that's for the block and brace. There's also the polybeam upgrade. More damage. More damage might be more important. Yeah. The faster we can kill things, the less we have to block. Right now our block system is a little bit short. It's 31. Come on. I would like to be able to get Gremlin Horn proc on this without using all my energy, but I guess it's not to be. We'll use future plans on shield charger here. No biggie. We fought you like a couple fights ago. I wish you couldn't get repeats like this. I know you can't get them twice in a row, but it's still kind of boring to get so quickly. Yeah? Yeah. What do I want in stasis? Curl up? Yeah, when it comes out in 2 turns, I'm going to be able to go into defensive mode, which is going to be important. Invincible, huh? I can't even full block, so I lose both my buffers? Great. I mean, I might as well just... At least I'll do some Thorns damage. And if I want this other shield charger in play, I have to play the Flood. Oh, right. Cloak Clasp. Jeez. This isn't getting any easier to remember, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed. Alright, real quick about Invincible. It's the heart buff, but it's temporary, of course. Once you actually use all 10 of the HP on it, then it goes away. Contrary to what I thought before, playing a second Invincible does not make it go away after losing the 10 HP twice, it just makes it last one more turn. So I play it now, And then if I don't lose that HP, then it goes back down to 1 stack. I think that should be changed to be able to happen twice, but I guess I would understand if it weren't allowed to. Like, if you get 2 of these, then then it could be too strong. I don't know. It's hard to speculate. Alright, let's do some blocking. Alright. Another easy fight. I rolled all that gold there. We got all 20. I don't need these gems. Or the crystal ray. Although, how much is the crystal ray actually doing now? We have Twin Slam, Vent Steam, and Exploit Gems. That's 6, so it's doing 22, plus our strength. Sometimes 24 if I get Twin Slam in the same hand. Still not very much. Okay. Gotta focus on doing damage this fight. Although it looks like I can proc Nunchaku this turn, which is good. Poly Beam should be able to do it, which means I can play both my powers. Did I miscalculate that somehow? I guess I did. Alright, we'll get back floating orbs in a couple turns and then start scaling our damage. 50. Oh wow. 18 times 4. Do more damage. Good shield charger in there. It's a short-term fight anyways. Right, I should have done that first. Doesn't matter though. This. I mean, if you have buffer, then you just win this fight. If we can block even just 1 hit, then we're set for the rest of the fight. Yep, there you go. Might as well do Repulsor. We'll just let those exhaust. Give me another void. Is it just me, or have I just not been getting any kinds of voids? Oh, you know what? I've been forgetting about Makeshift Battery, and about drawing 10 cards a turn. But then again, we do have Gelatinous Cube. That's probably why I've been forgetting about it. It just hasn't been relevant. It's too good at its job. Alright, we got Nunchaku to 9, that's all we need. So now I'm just gonna let the turns go. Still to chaos. Maybe? No, if we were fighting Reptimancer, I'd take it, but not here. Another Quartz? Sure. Can't hurt, right? Just gives you more control over your draw. Nine damage, huh? Could block it with Ancient Power Defend. We lose out on a lot of damage, but that's probably fine. Might not even have to use Ancient Power. Then I have 1 energy left. Because Cloak Clasp lets me block for more. Right, I had Nunchaku. I could have played Walker Claw first. That was probably the play. But at least we'll have it for this turn, when all 3 are attacking, possibly. Yeah. Wow, this guy got 2 strength, and this guy's still attacking for more. Amazing. Ooh, it's not quite enough to kill this. Oh, and this guy has enough block to just barely be out of range. So I take damage here. I'm not going to use the potions yet. I still have 67 HP, and I'm about to walk into the Act 3 boss. Okay. Alright, into defensive mode we go. Okay. The block potion's back. No thanks. Now we consider another floating orbs. I think we still do enough damage. So I'll skip. Or do I take this for defects turn 2? Defects turn 2 is a base 47 damage, I think. One lightning orb gets evoked, plus 1 passive lightning. Oh wait, no, defect has 1 focus by default, so that's 9 plus 4 is 13. And then there's 13 times 3 on the dark orb, so that's 52. We have enough HP for that. Plus the block potion. We definitely have enough HP. Alright. Still gonna keep this. I think this will be very useful in the Act 4 elite fight. I am gonna play this though. I think it's rather important. Also gonna draw a card. Do we forego the future plans or do we play the flawed? I think we just get rid of the flawed here. Use Polybeam and then Walker Claw to do some damage. We're gonna try to survive this turn. Okay, so this will actually be like, yeah, it's 56, 57. Okay. Oh yeah, we have Pantograph too. We definitely didn't need another block potion, did we? Ancient Power with 3 defense. Never thought I'd see the day. This only increases the damage by 2 since the Dark Orbs already got their passive off last turn. This is only affected by the focus that it has on turn 1, so I think I'll take the extra damage. And, you know, no use in using the block potion if I'm just gonna use the HP for defensive anyway. It even blocks the last 6 damage. Wait, that was exactly enough to go into defensive mode. All planned. Obviously. I don't have any temp buffs this turn, so Twin Slam isn't doing anything related to that, but it can do a ton of damage. So I'm going to. Chaku time? Do I even want to curl up here? I think the faster we kill, the better. We'll put it into state. No, wait, I didn't play that. Alright. I think it's fine to shuffle without these. So I'll just play the exploit gems. Excuse me. Actually... maybe I just don't play this Slime Crush, and then play the others. That makes more sense. then it doesn't matter that I shuffle without them. I guess I do Walker Claw. No, we'll do this. Twin Slam? No. Another Walker Claw. Okay. Do we even need Construction Form this fight? We might not. I might just opt to do 120 damage here. Yeah, you know what? Construction Form's too slow. Too slow for this fight. We are fast. Very fast. Don't even need to give him more focus. Especially since he cheats with this Lightning Orb. Seven, 8. Do I need both of these? 12 plus 20 is 32. So yeah, I do need both of them. I can't place 2 strikes and then to defend. Unless I want to lose more HP. So I'll just do this for now. That'll be good. Alright, and now we have that, with no strength in hand. Give us extra damage. So that's fine. We're no longer weak. $39. Alright. And now we go back into defensive. Alright. Get rid of our weaken. Keep the strength. Do some damage. So there's 24 right now, this goes to 26. Okay. A little bit slower than I was expecting, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Not even though I lost a little bit of HP. And we're going to stack Nunchaku to 9 perfectly. Great. Oh, and Merchant will even be weak for turn 1. And turn 5. Those are both good turns to have weaken. Big attack turns. It's a good turn to cleanse. Well, at least now it's vulnerable. He's vulnerable. I will be losing this buffer, so... I guess we just play the Walker Claws. Faster we kill this, the better. We don't really need to use these. Although actually Curl Up might have been important for the bottom. Why couldn't you have all come on the next turn? Like, you did a good thing that other fight, but your timing's a little off this time. Wow. Okay, well, 20 block next, no, 22 block next turn. That's not bad. Just need a little more. Or a Construction Form, that works too. Use the Flawed here. On the Defend plus. Yeah, okay. Do the damage. Void and Burn with Gelatinous Cube. Oh well. Still doing something useful. Okay, we're in defensive for next turn, that's good. So it's just the weak is going to do nothing against all this artifact. We're going to get rid of our own weak. Then I guess play Repulsor Floating Orbs. This is 36, 46, minus a few because of Tungsten Rod. At least we're playing Prepared Crush here. I think we need to play Floating Orbs. Do we need Repulsor? It'd be good to get it out of the deck, but I think we need to do damage still. Merchant doesn't have that much HP. We'll just put this back in. I guess I should have played that. And then put the strike into stasis. That would have made sense. Oh no, Void made me lose one of my 8 energy. 61. Wow, okay. Oh hey, all planned? Save the defend for this turn so I can use Ancient Power on it. Big brain. Oh, I have 61 exactly, but there's also Burn, but there's also Cloak Clasp. Okay, cool. Yeah. Whew, that's a lot of damage. Maybe we can even kill before the bomb goes off. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, Nunchaku at 2 is less than ideal, but that's okay. We survived. Also, Pantograph putting in some work there, we're full health. Well, we'll be 1 away from full. 1500? That seems really low for an A20 score, going at DAC 4. I actually think getting a low score in this is more impressive than a high score, but both are fun. Alright. Can I draw like a strength source, please? I don't think that counts. By the way, future plans, if I use it on aged, then the void will still go into the draw pile, and then I'll keep the aged. I think I'll keep the buffer here. Right? Maybe I don't. Maybe I take the HP damage. What healed me to 82? I'm supposed to only heal 3/4. I had 4 missing HP. That should have been 3. I was at 81 actually before I entered this fight. What healed me? Oh right, Pantograph counts this as a boss fight for some reason. That's been a reported bug. They'll fix that at some point. Yeah, this looks like it's just going to be everything except Shield Charger, Icky, and Aged. No, not actually a bad turn for this. I think I do want to kill Defect first to get the extra buffer, so that when I play Construction Form, it'll be scaling more. Now I'll kill Watcher next for the Vigor, for my multi-hits, and then kill Silent hopefully before Wraith Form, but we might be too slow for that. Nine and 12. You'd be taking damage here if I don't block. Walker Claw, Defend Plus. Yeah, okay. Polybeam's not great in multi-enemy fights anyway. Oh, hey, I can keep it. I could have played the normal defend instead. It's fine. Another Chrono Boost. Okay. Guess we're going to be gaining strength fast here. Also, I need to keep 2 block in order to block one of these 2 hits. This is not quite enough. Just a hair away. We still have Pantograph for Niao, so I'm going to keep this block potion still. Just going to hold on to it. Alright, we're going to get a Gremlin Horn proc this turn, likely. Oh, Last Stand, perfect. Okay. Great. Let's see where Polybeam hits. If it hits Defect, we're good. Okay, we're not good. We're a little bit off. That's fine, actually. Just do it like this. Get our Nunchaku proc and Gremlin Horn. Do I want to use Curl Up here, or get rid of the Flawed? This will put me in defensive again. That's fine. That's good for safety. Just get rid of that? Yeah, why not? so this is their buff turn. Still fine. Looks like I'm going to be losing Polybeam unless I just decide to use it for some reason. Not going to be able to remove all the weak at once, so I'll just play the Polybeam now to hopefully remove buffers. Nice. Alright, we'll forego the Walker Claw then. Okay, we full block this, of course. Gotta save this for whenever she's not tangible, which is currently hidden by the end turn button. Looks like there's still 2 turns left. We'll use that to get us slimed. Okay. I guess we'll put that into stasis. Rather than let it exhaust. Alright, 1 turn left of intangible. We have buffers. Okay. Might as well just... yeah. Keep that for next turn. Alright. Alright, that's the last of the intangible. 4 times hit. That's enough to kill. I think we want to get Nunchaku up, though. And we'll definitely have enough strength, too. Yeah, look at that damage. Okay. Alright, good fight. Bronze Idol. So now our makeshift battery slimes can draw 2. It's not bad. Second repulsor. Yeah, you know what? Second repulsor doesn't seem bad either. I know Bronze Idol's here, but I don't really think it's going to be doing that much. Not unless we put slimes into stasis. Doing this to draw 2 extra cards a turn instead of 1. Yeah, better safe than sorry. We'll get 1 early on in a fight rather than get them all late. It'd be nice if when you kill the merchant at A20 as the second boss, it drops all the souls if we didn't kill it successfully. That being said, the only thing I really would have bought here is Pen Nib. Pen Nib and a card remove, and then maybe Abacus, just because I had gold left over. Do we have gem slots open? No. I could take Prismatic Spray and put the quartz into it. That doesn't seem like a great idea. Let's just remove our strike here. Alright, let's move on. Alright, wheel time. Something good, please. Okay, this is going to heal us for 5 HP, because we have Pantograph. So that's cool. Alright, our final upgrade. Still don't need the Vent Steam upgrade as usual. I think it's time for a Shield Charger to get upgraded. Or perhaps a Repulsor. Shield Charger upgrade for more Brace. It might be about the same, actually. So one thing to notice about this is that Brace is not just itself, it's also triggered by HP loss. So gaining 2 more block means you lose 2 less HP, which the Brace 6 can make up for. if you're consistently taking more damage than you have block, then the brace 6 goes even rather than going positive. So we might not upgrade the shield chargers because we're not going to block Meow for enough. Which means that we're getting about the same amount of brace anyway. It would save us a little more HP, but I don't think that's worth as much as we want it to be. Maybe it's worth upgrading just to keep construction form in play. Then again, playing the repulsors is important. I think we'll upgrade a repulsor here. All right, let's see if we win this. We drew both of our repulsors turn 1. Wow. Alright. This will be interesting. Nice, we get to keep so... Oh my gosh, we get to keep so many temporary buffs. Draw the card, please. Okay. Ancient Power first. And now Last Stand. Have you ever seen so many debuffs get cleared? Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, I'm just drawing this now. Because we have so much damage in our hand. We are going to be losing this buffer, but that's okay. Yeah, there's no way to keep it. Unless I use the block potion, I guess? Might be a good use of block potion, actually. Then again, I could also just wait for construction form. Rather than trying to keep a buffer that I might lose next turn anyways. I do know that... what do you call it? Future Plans is going to be able to put Shield Charger into stasis. 15 block next turn? That's great, actually. That was the damage cap. Okay, so next turn I believe is a 6x3 attack. It might be... No, it's 8x3. So... 8x3, this is 15 out of the... Needed 24. I'm having a hard time figuring out what's better to do. What are the odds that we whiff on our block? 15 block next turn plus Cloak Class means we can block 2 of the hits. Because that's definitely going to be at least 16. Also, we draw a bunch of... Also, we draw guaranteed 5 of these cards, unless we draw somehow more than 2 in this hand. I guess it's possible. We're drawing like half of the cards, so we could get 3 instead of 2. Maybe even 4 if we're unlucky. I still would like to get to construction form. You know what? Maybe we just lose the buffer now because we don't know if we're getting construction form next turn or not. So in that off chance, we don't really need to save the buffer. Yeah, let's just use our buffer on a 14 damage hit. That should be fine. Okay, so it is a 6x3, and weakened to 4x3? Alright. All these are ethereal now. It's not great. By the way, if all your cards are ethereal, if your cards are ethereal from Haunted and Flood is still in your hand at the end of the turn, it will still transform all cards into statuses. There's no way around that. Looks like we're losing the Walker Claw here, which is fine. I'd rather keep the Twin Slam. We're gonna have so much damage. And good, they're not voids. That's definitely what you like to see. Okay. Aged. Of course you're the only one that doesn't get exhausted before your effect goes off. It's annoying. Invincible? I'd like to have Invincible available. Specifically for the Divinity turn. Thorns Buffer and Mantra. There's no need to play a defend here. I am just going to use the shield chargers now. The more I can keep the buffers, the better. And now that I have Invincible, I'm even safer. If I drop Curl Up, I can go into defensive here. Yeah, I did. Great. Oh my gosh, the draw. Okay. There are still a couple things in the draw pile that I'd like to be able to draw past rather than in. But I guess we just do this anyway. Okay. Do we still have Polybeam? We do. Didn't draw it. Okay. Walker Claw is probably still better than Curl Up here. We gain our 15 block next turn, and we have Defend in hand. Yeah, we'll be hitting for 36. That should be fine. Right? We're doing so much damage. Oh, but I can just play it anyways. Because I'm crazy. And I have a block potion. It'd be great. And I'll put that in, because zero cost draw 2 would be great. Oh, maybe I didn't have to play Walker Claw because of that. 38? Okay. That's already almost damage cap. It's crazy. Okay, easy fight. Thank you, Last Stand, for coming at such an opportune time. Look at all this draw that we're getting, too. And that's it. GG. Alright. Kind of a close one in terms of our keys, but we still made it. Wonder if I should have thought about that a little bit more at the end of the act. End of Act 2. 2342. Alright, now we just have our post-game recap. Alright, let's see here. Another strength build, but this time a lot more aggressive on the strength. Or at least it felt like that. I think Tiny Bowler had contributed a lot to our raw power. Last Stand, of course, was a very big high roll, but the You Are Mines came into play quite often. And there were occasional other good things. I don't remember it being too instrumental other than those two cards. The Atomic Beam didn't really have to save us from anything. Prepared Crush, I guess, helped a little bit. It felt a little bit weaker than usual, but hey. Can't really complain about that card. Donu Deca came up a lot and gave us 2 extra strength, which was okay, but still feels kind of underpowered for that boss card. Getting 2 strength for 2 energy is not the greatest, unless you have extra energy. There was at one point in which we had just 3 unsocketed rubies that we were walking around with 4 energy and our Walker Claws, and that worked out very well for us. And yeah, the early makeshift battery didn't hurt too much because of Gelatinous Cube, and then getting the Cloak Clasp was very risky. We made some mistakes at the end of Act 1 that could have killed us, but we stayed alive. And also keeping the Flawed for Gelatinous Cube was interesting. It didn't actually punish us that much. I think that actually ended up working out. But then again, I didn't really feel the effects of those statuses too much, so maybe it was better to just keep the strike and actually use it. Because I do remember paying for energy to get rid of flawed more often than the statuses actually benefited me. I do remember a few fights, but mostly at the end of the game. Most of the time we were just killing things before, and most of the time we were ending fights before we shuffled, which is actually another way to counter makeshift battery, is to be strong enough to kill things before you shuffle, or have a deck large enough to do the same thing. Early Pantagraph helped quite a bit, and by the time we hit Act 3, we were just too strong to die, especially after Construction Form. That really sealed the deal. Also a really good lineup of relics here. Really good lineup. Fossilized Helix, Gelatinous Cube, Cloak and Clasp, Pantagraph, Bag of Prep Barumbas, Gremlin Horn, even Wheel of Change to an extent. Yeah. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in later episodes. Bye.